Thank you so much for tuning in. It's Yvonne Wema, and today we are doing the ginger cocoa twist tutorial, and I'll be sharing with you every detail on how to achieve this hairstyle from the beginning to the end. And that means from parting my hair to actually showing you how you can maintain this cocoa twist. So for now, I am actually parting my hair, as you can see, and the detail that I can share with you, the tips I can share with you is make sure your partings at the front are smaller compared to at the back, because you'll be doing that fringe look and you don't want your fringe to be so spaced out. So for me, I actually create my partings at the front to be smaller compared to the back. Keep watching. After I'm done parting, I actually set aside the fringe part because it will be different on how I'll be planting at the other sections. So the hair that I'll be using is Guess Girl from Angel, and you can see color 350. This color is so radiant. I actually ended up using 2 packs, and I love this hair. If you cannot find this hair, you should find a hair that is actually fluffy and has that spring look. As you can see, I'm just pulling the hair and it's coming right back. The main key point is a fluffy afro, you know, those kind of vibes, because the key point to having the best cocoa twist is having the best hair extension, you know. And so at the beginning, this is what I did. I was just doing the braiding at the beginning and then went on doing a loose twist because I wanted that strong grip, and I felt like starting with a twist will not make me achieve the grip that I wanted. So I started braiding and then went on to the loose twist. I will be explaining as I show it. As we continue, I would like to thank you for tuning into my channel, and I will highly recommend that you check my other hair tutorials so that you can get more insights on which hairstyle to try next. So this is how I do my cocoa twist. I actually use 2 methods. This is the first one, and I'll be taking you through the second one. And if actually you're doing this hair by yourself, I will highly recommend this first method, where it is just braiding yourself and then braiding the hair extension on top so as to create a firm grip, because we'll be heading on to doing a loose twist. As you can see, I braided my hair first and then I'm just braiding the hair on top, and we'll be doing the loose twist. And on the loose twist, we'll be just doing the opposite way of twisting and make it loose as possible. At the same way, make it fluffy, like the way we do the butterfly locks. Do you get it? And as you can see, I added hair on top. You can add once or twice or thrice. I actually only added once because I felt like this hair really gave me that bulkiness, so there was no need for me to adding those lots of hair. So it depends on how you want it. If you want it to be more fluffier, you should add it twice or thrice. If you want it to be just simple as mine, I added once. And onto the ending part, I will also show you, because it is also important to know how to sew the cocoa twist, because I feel like that's the difference, because we are only doing hair twist with a spring twist. Yeah, so you'll be taking the small ending part of the hair and wrapping it in a normal way, and then you'll go ahead to wrapping it upwards, just like that. It's like wrapping how we do it in the butterfly locks or the forelocks, majorly locks. That is how we'll be wrapping up the end of the cocoa twist. And that is one method on how you can achieve your cocoa twist. And just a cherry on top, this method is painless. That's something that I liked about it. It is so painless. Now this is the second method, where I'll be just wrapping up the hair once, twice, or maybe thrice, but don't make it bulky. Don't make it bulky, and make sure the hair at the beginning is actually kind of thin, because we don't want a knot at the beginning. You know, you want that knotless look, but at the same time you want something that we can work with if you're doing it yourself. And you'll be adding hair. As I said, I add my hair once because the hair is already fluffy enough. And this is how I'll be hiding my hair. You can see I'll just put like the hair on top so that it can hide that color and blend. You know, I was actually trying my best to hide my dark color. I wanted that ginger look from the beginning, but I feel like I tried my best, and I really, 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 really love this hairstyle. And comment below, will you try this hairstyle? Which method is working? Do you think will work for you? Which method do you think is suitable? Which method do you think I should incorporate? You can actually explain it to me. And at the same time, at the end, we just do the same thing where we'll be wrapping the hair upwards. I'll be showing it again so that you can fully understand. And I feel I never explained a lot about the loose twist. The twist should be loose, as you can see, and I'm just twisting normally, but at the same time I'm creating that fluffy look. Like when you see you're creating that spring twist, you loosen up the twist, because we don't want our hair to now look like, we want the cocoa twist, and make sure you'll be achieving that. The main key point is a fluffy look, and that is what I will say it's doing the ceiling. And a major cherry on top again is rolling up the hair like I did. I feel like it made a difference, and I was shocked it made a difference. At the front is now at the fringe, and I cut my hair into two, and I preferred doing the second method so that I can get a firm grip, because I found it difficult doing the braiding and then doing the loose twist. So I did the second method, which was kind of suitable for me at the front. And make sure it matches, like you should measure up your fringe to know where you should end your hair, so that it doesn't surpass your eyebrows or you look funny. And also make sure the hair is you don't take a huge amount of hair, because at the front we just wanted to make it simple. We just wanted to make it just like a fringe look, not bulky. And the hairs that will be lying at the front, the partings will be kind of 8 or 4. For a fringe look, less is better. Just know less is better. Don't make it many at the front. It will actually lose the taste, and you'll kind of look bulky and very disappointing, which we don't want. We don't want many hairs at the front. And now for the final touch-ups, I'll be using TCB for my scalp. For an itchy scalp, if your scalp is irritated, make sure you use that oil or a hair food, and some mousse. I love mousse, and this is what I use to maintain my hair, and some hairspray for the sheen, you know. And this is my final look. Did you like this hairstyle? I actually styled it into many hairstyles, 3, and I loved it. I love the accessorizing. I love the makeup. I'm still insisting, do I do a makeup tutorial or what? Because I was eating, everything was eating. The color, it was popping, and I really loved it. And I really hope I've convinced you on trying this hairstyle. Thank you for watching up until the end.